Part 7. About the Galactic Empire. Emperor Dictator. About the Global Predictor. About the Galactic Empire.
From the alignment of the forces of the cosmos, it is important for us to select the spiritual element. It is religious, monotheistic, monocratic, or non-religious, polytheistic, polycratic, but the fact of polarization of forces, dichotomy dialectics of the worlds of the absolute, forces of the East-West, is very important in our cosmoanalytics, and the science of ethology, as a general, theoretical one. This will make it possible to clearly explain many darks of our existence, and a priori to aim the world of the Earth on certain priorities of our, and not our, other planetary
choice of the path of evolution. For all of us Earthlings, let us state this, are only prisoners. 1. Of the prison planet of space, the universe, from the most different worlds, firstly. 2. Of the farm planet, laboratory, experiments, of various aliens, secondly. 3. And of the planet church of various gods and spirits from the etheric gasoid, astral side, thirdly. To be convinced of this, we will begin our exploration with Emperor Xenu, learn from Ron Hubbard what happened in the Milky Way 75 million years ago. See below the link and in the description. Emperor Dictator. Parallel to Ron Hubbard from the video above, in Bernd von Wittenberg's book, Shaw to Planet Earth, 1996, we learn that Emperor Xenu was not only the supreme ruler of the Milky Way, almost her god, but his dictatorial populist initiatives, as Showman Trump recently, authors note, caused a social catastrophe in the entire galactic empire, carrying out the thermonuclear devastation of the Earth TG, a resort planet and an exotic corner of the empire for tourists, pirates and space smugglers, which by the time it was cleared of all dissidents disliked by the empire, criminals, etc., already had the status of a planet prison of space, and a planet church of the gods. As a result of the reaction to such a terrible atrocity and the victory of the revolution under the leadership of Commander Alran, the reincarnation of the Buddha in antiquity, see Gijeff's Sector 9 reports, Ethical Order No. 1A, Emperor Xenu was arrested, put on trial, and 75 million years after serving his sentence in a special prison of the earth, in the mountains of the Piraeus, Xenu, first incarnated in the Markup Confederation of the Jews, and later on the earth, first as Adam Weishaupt, then George Washington, Delano Roosevelt, Per Jacobson, and even, quote from the Gijeffs, a certain Mr. G. Strasser in the European Union. About Global Predictor. The facts of symbolic reincarnations of the control of consciousness of all subjects chosen by Xenu for incarnation are quite adequate to his spiritual imperial potential. And George Soros could well have been either by spirit mind controlled Xenu remotely, either Xenu himself as an avatar of Jehovah, in quotes, could well play the role of the global predictor of the shadow government of the Earth, USA. There are other candidates for the role of the global predictor, Henry Kissinger. But Roosevelt is an American, and they are Jews, who killed him in April 1945 right in the White House for refusing to recreate the state of Israel in Palestine at the end of World War II, and Roosevelt could personally take his revenge on the Jews Israel, secretly controlling the United States, and Biden's victory in 2020 in particular. The visible side of us history is one, but the invisible is absolutely another. And on the fact of the defeat of the creature of Israel, Jehovah Yahweh, the rabbis, trumps all, leaving him for a second term failed neither Trump nor his God. And the genesis of America as mini-copy of the Orion Empire from dinosaur-even times, proves it logically, and the treaty of the Americans with the Orions is documentary and historical. The mind moves the world. To be continued.